Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Mastery, the place where we help you speak English confidently and fluently. I'm Ryan, and joining me is my fantastic co-host, Emma. How's it going, Emma?
Hi, Ryan. I'm doing great, and I am super excited about today's episode because we are talking about something that every English learner wants to know: how to learn English easily and quickly in 2025. Trust me, if you've been struggling to improve your English, stay with us. This episode is going to open your eyes and show you how learning English can actually be fun, fast, and simple.
Exactly. Whether you're a beginner just starting out or someone who's been learning for a while but feels stuck, we're going to share the fastest, easiest methods that are working right now in 2025. And we've also got a fun little challenge for you later in the episode, so make sure you listen all the way to the end. You don't want to miss this. Emma, people always say learning English is so hard, right? They tell me, Ryan, it takes years. It's so frustrating. I'm stuck with grammar books and boring lessons. But honestly, I think 2025 is the best time ever to learn English. Don't you agree?
Oh, 100% yes, Ryan. Honestly, if you're learning English in 2025, you are so lucky. We've got AI tutors that talk like real people, apps that help you speak better every day, podcasts like this, right here, helping you improve just by listening. And get this, virtual reality classrooms where you can practice real conversations without leaving your house. I mean, come on, you can literally learn from your couch for free or super cheap.
Exactly. That's the thing. You don't need to sit in a boring classroom anymore. You don't need to memorize 1,000 grammar rules before you talk. You can watch Netflix in English and pick up real-life phrases. You can chat with AI anytime you want. It's like having a language buddy who's always awake. Or you can just listen to us right now, like you're doing, and you're learning. You're improving your English while having fun.
Exactly, Ryan. Learning English today is like having a personal coach with you 24/7. You don't have to wait for a teacher. You don't have to travel to a language school. Your phone is your classroom now, anytime you want, anywhere you are. The only thing you need to do is start using these tools the right way.
Yes. So, if you're listening right now, I want you to understand this. You have everything you need in 2025. The tools are here. The opportunities are here. Now, it's your turn to take action. And don't worry, we're going to show you exactly how. So keep listening, because it's about to get even better. Okay, but let's be real for a second, Emma. Even though it's easier than ever to learn English in 2025, a lot of learners still get stuck. They watch videos, download apps, but they don't improve. What's holding them back? What are the biggest mistakes you see?
Oh, this is such a good question because I see this all the time. The biggest mistake? Waiting to be perfect before speaking. So many learners think they need to know every grammar rule before they can start talking. They're like, what if I make a mistake? What if I sound silly? So they stay quiet, and that's a huge mistake.
Yes, I hear this all the time. Learners say, I'll speak when my grammar is perfect. But guess what? Even native speakers mess up grammar all the time. I mess up. You mess up, Emma. But we just keep talking, right?
Exactly. When you talk to a native speaker, they're not listening for perfect grammar. They're listening to understand you. And most of the time, even if you make small mistakes, they'll understand you perfectly.
Yes, because communication is the goal, not perfection. So, what's the second big mistake, Emma?
The second one is a huge one: translating from your native language in your head. This slows everything down. Instead of thinking in English, you're thinking in your language, translating every word, then trying to speak. By the time you're ready, the conversation has moved on.
Oh, I love that point. It's like your brain is doing extra work. Okay, think in Spanish, translate to English, check grammar, now speak. No wonder people freeze up.
Exactly. Thinking in English is one of the biggest keys to fluency, and we'll get into that later in the episode. But first, Ryan, what's the third big mistake you've noticed?
Oh, this one's a classic. Watching but not speaking. You know, some learners watch YouTube videos for hours, English lessons, movies, even this podcast, but they never open their mouth to speak.
Oh, yes. It's like watching swimming videos on YouTube, but never getting in the pool. You'll know what to do, but you still can't swim.
Exactly. Speaking is like a muscle. You have to use it. Even if you get the words wrong, even if you sound strange, it doesn't matter. Opening your mouth and practicing is what makes you better.
Right. So, for everyone listening, if you're making these mistakes, waiting to be perfect, translating in your head, or watching without speaking, it's time to change. But don't worry. We're about to give you some simple, powerful tips that will make speaking English easier than you ever thought possible.
Yes, get ready. The best part is coming next. We're going to give you the exact steps you need to start speaking English fast, and we promise it's easier than you think. So, stay with us. All right, Emma. Now, this is the part I know our listeners have been waiting for. We've talked about why learning English is easier in 2025 and the common mistakes that hold learners back. But right now, we're giving you the real gold, the fast, easy hacks that actually work. The things that can cut your learning time in half and help you speak fluently faster than you ever thought possible. Emma, you've worked with so many learners. If you had to pick one secret weapon that every learner should know, what would it be?
Oh, Ryan, this is such an important question because I see learners wasting months, sometimes years, trying to memorize individual words, studying grammar tables, and still struggling to speak. But here's what the fluent learners do differently. They learn phrases, not single words. I always tell my students, stop memorizing good. Morning, eat, work. That's not how real people talk. Instead, learn full, ready-to-use phrases like, good morning, how are you? I'm going to work now. Or, can I get a coffee, please? Because when you're in a conversation, you don't have time to build a sentence like Lego blocks. You need phrases ready to go. It's like having pre-made tools in your toolbox.
Oh, that's such a game changer. And I know this from my own experience. When I was learning Spanish, I used to struggle with every word. But the moment I switched to learning whole phrases like, ¿Dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? Suddenly, I could survive in real-life situations. I wasn't worrying about every verb ending, I just knew the phrase. And it worked. So, if you're listening right now, write this down. Learn phrases, not words. That alone can transform your speaking speed.
Exactly. And it's easy to find these phrases. You hear them every day in movies, on YouTube, even right here on this podcast. Next time you hear a phrase that sounds useful, pause, write it down, and practice it. Soon you'll have a collection of phrases you can pull out naturally whenever you need them.
Love that. All right, let's move to another tip that I know changed my life when I was learning a language: thinking in English. Emma, this is a big one, but a lot of learners say, Ryan, I can't think in English. I always translate in my head. So, how do they stop translating?
Oh, Ryan, this is so common. I hear it every day. Learners say, I'm so slow when I speak English because I think in my native language first. And you know what? They're right. That's exactly why they're slow, because their brain is doing extra work. Think in Spanish, translate to English, check the grammar, then speak. But here's the secret. Fluent speakers don't translate. They think in English. And I get it. If you're new to this, it sounds difficult. But here's the good news. It's actually easy to practice. I tell my students, talk to yourself in English all day, every day. You don't need anyone else. You can be making coffee and say in your head, I'm making coffee. The water is boiling. I'm pouring it into the cup. Or you're walking to work and in your head, I'm walking down the street. That car is red. I'm feeling tired today. It sounds simple, and it is, but it's so powerful. Your brain will get used to English like it's your first language. Soon, when someone asks you a question in English, the answer will come naturally, without translation.
Wow. I love that because it's something anyone can do. Starting right now. You don't need a teacher, you don't need a classroom, you just need your thoughts. And the more you think in English, the faster you speak. So, listeners, try this today. Whatever you're doing, cooking, cleaning, walking, describe it in English. In your head, out loud, doesn't matter. I promise you, you'll see results in weeks.
Absolutely. And thinking in English leads perfectly into this next technique, shadowing. Ryan, I know you're a huge fan of this one.
Oh, yes, shadowing is like a fluency superpower. So, let me explain it for anyone who's never heard of it. It's really simple. You listen to a native speaker, maybe on YouTube, a podcast, a movie, and you repeat everything they say immediately, word for word at the same speed. You shadow them, like their echo.
Exactly. I tell students, be a parrot. You're not translating, you're not thinking, you're copying sounds.
Right. Even if you don't understand every word, that's okay. Shadowing trains your mouth and your brain to move like a native speaker. You get used to the rhythm, the pronunciation, the speed.
And you know what? Learners who shadow regularly, they sound natural so quickly. People actually say, wow, your English sounds so smooth, because they're copying real native patterns, not textbook English.
Yes. So, grab any podcast, any video, even this one. Press play and repeat after us, word for word. Do it for 10 minutes a day, and you'll feel the difference.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the most important mindset tip of all, speak without fear.
Oh, yes. This is a big one. So many learners freeze because they're afraid. What if I make a mistake? What if I sound stupid? But here's the truth. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are learning. Every mistake is proof you're improving. Emma, you teach this all the time. What do you tell your students?
I tell them this, speak now, fix later. Nobody expects you to be perfect. Native speakers make mistakes every day. I make mistakes in English sometimes. But we don't stop talking. Confidence matters more than grammar.
Exactly. If you wait for perfection, you'll never speak. But if you start speaking today, even if it's messy, you'll improve faster than you ever thought possible.
Yes, so listeners, here are your 4 hacks. 1. Learn phrases, not words. 2. Think in English. 3. Shadow native speakers. 4. Speak without fear.
These sound simple, but they work. Start with just one today. Pick your favorite and go all in.
Exactly. Consistency is key. If you do these every day, even just for 10 minutes, I promise you, your English will transform.
You heard it here. Fast, easy, and proven to work. So, which one are you going to try first? Let's keep going, because we have even more powerful tools coming up. Stay with us. Emma, let's talk about something that's changing the game for English learners in 2025. Because let's be honest, learning a language 10 or 15 years ago was hard. You needed to find a teacher, join a class, buy expensive books. But today, technology is your teacher. So, what's got you most excited right now? What's the number one tool or trend that learners should know about in 2025?
Oh, Ryan, this is such an exciting time. Honestly, if you're learning English in 2025, you have superpowers compared to learners 10 years ago. The thing that blows my mind, and my students love this, is AI chat partners. We're talking about apps and websites where you can chat with AI anytime for free, and it actually talks like a human. You can have a conversation with it about your day, ask it questions, or even practice job interviews. It never gets tired, it never judges you, and it's available 24/7. For people who say, I don't have anyone to practice English with, that excuse is gone. Now, you can practice speaking every single day, without fear, without pressure.
That's so true. And these AI tools have gotten so good. Sometimes I talk to them, and I forget it's not a real person. It's amazing. And here's what I love about it. If you make a mistake, no one's laughing at you. You can practice the same sentence 10 times if you want, and the AI is still there, helping you improve. It's like having a private English coach in your pocket. And there's another app I always recommend. It's called Elsa Speak. Have you used that one, Emma?
Oh, yes, Elsa Speak is fantastic. For anyone who's worried about their pronunciation, this app is a game changer. You speak into the app, and it analyzes your pronunciation instantly. It tells you which words you're saying correctly and which sounds you need to fix. And the best part? It actually shows you how to move your mouth to sound better. It's like having a pronunciation coach on your phone.
Exactly. Because a lot of learners say, Ryan, I'm afraid my accent is bad, or people don't understand me. And I always tell them, it's not about losing your accent. It's about being clear. Elsa helps you be clear so people understand you easily. And one more thing that I think is super powerful in 2025, and I'm not just saying this because we host a podcast, but podcasts like this are becoming one of the best ways to learn English naturally.
Oh, 100%. Because listening to a podcast is like sitting in a conversation with native speakers. You pick up real life phrases, natural pronunciation, and the rhythm of English, all while you're cooking, driving, or even relaxing in bed. And the cool thing is, you're learning without even realizing you're learning. It's like English is becoming part of your daily life.
Exactly. So, if you're listening to us right now, you're already on the right path. You're surrounding yourself with English. And when you combine that with AI chat partners, pronunciation apps like Elsa, and daily practice, your progress will be faster than ever before.
Yes, 2025 is your year. You have everything you need in your pocket. You just need to use it.
That's it. The tools are here, but the action is up to you. So, if you haven't tried these yet, after this episode, download an AI chat app, try Elsa Speak, and listen to podcasts every day. You'll be amazed at how quickly your English grows. All right, that's a wrap on today's episode. We've shared the tools, the mindset, and the hacks to help you learn English faster and easier in 2025. But remember, none of this works unless you take action. 2025 is your year, the best time to learn English. You have everything you need. All you need to do is start.
Yes, believe in yourself. You don't need to be perfect. Mistakes are part of the journey. What matters is that you keep talking every day, even if it's just a few sentences, because the more you speak, the more confident you become. And that's what fluency is all about.
Exactly. And we're here to help you every step of the way. So, if you found this episode helpful, make sure you subscribe to English Podcast Mastery. We drop new episodes every day to keep you motivated and moving forward. And hey, share this episode with a friend who's also learning English. Let's grow together.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, every time you speak, you're winning. Keep talking, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone. You've got this. Thank you.